Have you ever wondered why your wealth hasn't arrived yet, despite your hard work and sincere du'as? It's not because Allah has forgotten you, it's because He's preparing you. Before Allah gives you wealth, He tests your heart, your character, and your actions through 5 powerful responsibilities. These are not obstacles, they are signs that your rizq is on the way. In this video, we'll uncover these 5 responsibilities that act as spiritual stepping stones to financial blessings. If you're seeking halal wealth with barakah, this message is for you. Stay with us till the end, you might realize you're closer than you think. 1. Salah, prayer. Before Allah grants material wealth, He first observes how committed we are in our worship, especially Salah. Salah is not just a ritual, it's a daily demonstration of discipline, devotion, and reliance on Allah. It's a moment where a believer disconnects from the world and reconnects with their Creator. This connection becomes even more important when blessings like wealth are on the horizon, as wealth can easily distract the heart if it's not firmly rooted in remembrance. One who maintains Salah, even during difficult times or tight schedules, is proving to Allah that He is a priority, no matter what. Wealth often comes with more responsibilities and less free time. If someone cannot manage time for Salah before wealth, it becomes even more difficult afterward. Thus, Allah tests us with the discipline of prayer before blessing us with worldly success. Salah also nurtures humility. When a person stands before Allah 5 times a day, placing their forehead on the ground in submission, it reminds them of their true position, servants, not owners. This humility becomes essential in handling wealth. It helps prevent pride and reminds us that all blessings come from Allah, not from our own doing. Additionally, Salah is a form of spiritual purification. It cleanses the soul from greed, selfishness, and attachment to dunya. A person grounded in prayer is more likely to use wealth responsibly, with compassion and gratitude. They understand the temporary nature of this world and the permanence of the hereafter. In essence, Salah is a training ground. It molds our character, strengthens our faith, and prepares us to receive Allah's blessings with the right mindset. That's why Allah gives the responsibility of prayer before He entrusts a person with wealth. It ensures the heart remains His, even when the hands are full. 2. Amanah, trust and responsibility. Before Allah blesses someone with wealth, He tests their ability to handle responsibility with integrity. Amanah, or trust, is a deeply rooted value in Islam. It includes fulfilling obligations, keeping promises, being honest in speech and action, and safeguarding what others entrust to us. If a person cannot uphold trust in small matters, how can they be expected to manage the greater test of wealth? Wealth is not just a resource, it's a divine trust. Allah grants it not merely for personal enjoyment, but to see how it's used, for good or for harm, for self alone or for the benefit of others. A trustworthy person uses wealth responsibly. They avoid extravagance, pay their dues like zakat, and ensure their earnings are halal. Before Allah provides such a blessing, He observes how a person treats the smaller trusts already placed in their care, such as time, relationships, or positions of responsibility. Amanah also involves how we conduct ourselves when no one is watching. Are we truthful in our business dealings? Do we take shortcuts when handling other people's belongings or money? These are silent indicators of whether someone is ready to be entrusted with more. Wealth amplifies what's already in a person's heart. If someone is careless or deceitful with little, wealth will only magnify that flaw. Moreover, trustworthiness builds a person's reputation in both the eyes of people and with Allah. The Prophet Muhammad was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, even before prophethood. That title alone earned him the respect and confidence of those around him. Similarly, Allah elevates those who protect trust and responsibility, often rewarding them not just with wealth, but with barakah in it. In short, before Allah grants financial success, He looks for amanah. It is the foundation upon which sustainable, blessed wealth is built. 3. Shukr, gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful spiritual qualities a believer can possess, and it plays a major role in whether or not Allah increases someone in wealth. In the Quran, Allah clearly promises, "If you are grateful, I will surely increase you in favor." Surah Ibrahim 14:7. This divine law applies to all blessings, including wealth. Before Allah gives abundance, He observes how sincerely a person values what they already have. Gratitude isn't just words, it's a way of life. It's shown in how we treat our time, our health, our families, and our current financial condition, even if it's modest. A grateful person doesn't constantly complain or compare themselves to others. Instead, they focus on the good in their lives and use what they have to the best of their ability. This attitude of contentment invites Allah's mercy and opens doors to greater provision. Gratitude also keeps the heart soft and connected to the source of all blessings. When a person acknowledges that every little thing they own comes from Allah, they become more mindful and less entitled. This humility and awareness make them more likely to handle wealth with care and appreciation, rather than arrogance or waste. Furthermore, a grateful heart is generous. Instead of hoarding, the grateful person shares, knowing that giving doesn't decrease wealth, it increases it in unseen ways. Allah sees this sincerity and rewards it, sometimes with more material provision, and sometimes with barakah that makes less feel like more. In summary, gratitude is a test of how we treat our current blessings. If we fail to thank Allah for what we have now, why would He entrust us with more? True gratitude is the key that unlocks the gates of rizq, and Allah never breaks His promise. 4. Sadaqah, charity. One of the signs that a person is spiritually prepared for wealth is their willingness to give from what little they already possess. Before Allah increases someone in sustenance, He observes how they handle the test of giving. Sadaqah, voluntary charity, is not about the amount, it's about the heart behind the giving. If a person is stingy when they have little, gaining wealth is unlikely to make them more generous. Charity demonstrates trust in Allah's promise. It shows that a person believes that giving does not lead to loss, but rather to increase. In fact, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Charity does not decrease wealth, Muslim." This is a principle that goes beyond worldly logic. When someone gives even during times of financial constraint, they're showing Allah that their reliance is not on money, it's on Him. Sadaqah also purifies the soul from attachment to materialism. Before granting wealth, Allah wants to see that the heart is not enslaved by it. A person who freely gives for His sake proves that money is in their hand, not in their heart. Such people are more likely to use future wealth with balance and compassion. Moreover, giving fosters empathy and social responsibility. When you help others despite your own limited means, you become more aware of their struggles. This sense of social consciousness is vital for anyone who will one day be entrusted with abundance. Wealth in the hands of a compassionate giver becomes a means of upliftment for others. In short, Allah tests your generosity before He expands your provision. If you give when it's hard, you're showing Allah that you're ready to be a source of benefit when it becomes easy. Sadaqah is a sign of spiritual readiness for greater blessings. 5. Tawadhu, humility. Before Allah grants wealth, He examines the state of a person's heart, specifically, whether it is humble or filled with pride. Tawadhu, or humility, is a noble quality that protects a believer from arrogance, entitlement, and self-glorification. Wealth has the potential to inflate the ego, so Allah ensures a person has the character to handle success before giving it. A humble person does not view themselves as superior to others, regardless of their status, skills, or possessions. They understand that everything they have is from Allah and can be taken away in an instant. This mindset creates a deep sense of gratitude and responsibility. Allah honors such individuals by granting them provision that is not only abundant but also blessed. Humility also shows in how one treats others. A person who is kind and respectful to those below them in status, who doesn't flaunt their blessings, and who stays grounded even when praised, is someone Allah can entrust with wealth. Because they will not use that wealth to dominate, mock, or harm others. Interestingly, some people remain humble through hardship, but once wealth enters their lives, their behavior changes. They forget the struggles that shaped them. This is why Allah sometimes delays wealth. He wants to ensure that the person will carry the same humility and success as they did in scarcity. True tawadhu is not about denying one's blessings, it's about recognizing their source. It's knowing that whatever we have is by Allah's mercy, not our efforts alone. Such people don't seek attention, status, or validation through their wealth. They quietly serve, give, and thank. In essence, humility is a shield that guards the soul from the corrupting power of wealth. Before Allah fills your hands, He checks if your heart remains bowed in submission to Him. Wealth is not just a blessing, it's a trust. If Allah is preparing you with these responsibilities, it means He has something great in store. Stay patient, stay steadfast, and Allah's plan will unfold beautifully. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Profound Deen for more Islamic reminders. May Allah bless you with halal wealth full of barakah. Comment, Ya Allah, make me worthy of your blessings, if this touched your heart.